A day on the lake takes a deadly turn. Good evening, I'm Tanner Hesterberg. Investigators say one girl died in a boat accident and two others were hurt. Now police are trying to figure out what happened. They say the boat crashed late this afternoon on Laurel Lake near the Flatwoods boat ramp. Now that's west of Corbin. WYMT's Garrett Weimer has the latest on the investigation.
What was a beautiful day to spend on the lake took a terrible and tragic turn. A conservation officer with Fish and Wildlife says it was around 4:30 when three people on a boat, a father, his daughter, and her friend, crashed into the bank. We're told one woman was killed. Two others on the boat were taken to UK Hospital. Fish and Wildlife officials say no one actually saw the crash, but several people in a pontoon boat went by shortly after, heard them yelling, and stopped to help. Crews were out on the lake for hours investigating.
Much like investigating an accident on land, except for there's no skid marks to look at, and you just have to look at what you can.
Investigators did find evidence that led them to believe alcohol and drugs were a factor in the crash.
When you combine the environmental factors of being on the water, in an unsteady environment where you're, at compromised balance and dexterity to start with, along with the fatigue of being in the sun, and add alcohol to it, alcohol and water is a very dangerous combination on the lake.
And on this day, investigators say that dangerous combination proved to be deadly. Garrett Weimer, WYMT Mountain News.
Because investigators think alcohol and drugs played a role, they say it's possible one of the survivors could face charges once they determine who was driving the boat.